We are back on Morning Line. Thanks for joining us. Our guest this morning, Dr. Friday Burke. She is our financial tax expert with us, taking your phone calls and questions. One quick one. There's all kinds of rumors running around out there, and I'll let you just address this one real quick from Mary. Asking, someone told her that kids starting in July were going to get $300 a month for a year. Is that true?
American Rescue Plan, $250, $300. I didn't read that they're going to start sending, and then it's going to have to be recaptured on your tax return. And then if you don't actually meet the criteria, you will be paying that back. So I would be very careful. Talk to your tax person. Make sure this isn't something that's going to get a catch at the end, where if you make a little bit more money in 2021 than you did in 2020, kicking you out, and then you end up having to pay back that money. It could be more painful than a gift.
Okay, so we cut you off at the beginning. So what you're saying is, that's accurate to that starting. I guess did they say in July $300 a month for a year? But you have to be aware of this. If the income, I mean, I don't know, check with your tax folks, because if you start depositing it and using it, and it turns out you're over the part, you're going to have to pay it back.
Exactly, Nick. And that's very worrisome to me, because people have enough troubles trying to keep the IRS straight as it is. The marketplace has caused a lot of issue with people having to pay back credits and getting them in tax problems that they've never had before. This could be another one of those issues. It's great when it's raining money and people are handing it to you, but if you have to pay it back and you're not prepared for it, their penalties and interest are going to be a lot higher than what you would have had if you didn't have it in the first place. Yeah,
something you got to think about. You just get it and don't think, well, they sent it to me, I can use it, and you're home free. They'll come get you. I mean, they're going to make sure you pay it. Let's go to Joe.
Exactly.
Joe, good morning. Hi, Joe.
Just a quick question.
Sure.
I've talked to a lot of people that's got their refund back on their taxes, but they still haven't got their stimulus check. So.
Yeah, well, they
Two
come
different
to
departments.
Yeah, I guess, is that, a lot of people think they've filed, and will you not get your refund along with your stimulus at the same time, or they come separate, right?
Right. Two different departments, two different divisions actually sending money.
Okay, so you'll be looking for two payments coming into your account. And by the way, they don't always give you a notification until much later, even if they do send a letter that you've got it. So as you said, there's folks that have complained to you that they haven't received it and they haven't checked their account.
Right.
You gotta
yes, it happens every day, every day.
So what you're saying is get in there and look, because it may have gone in and you didn't realize it initially. And you wouldn't if you haven't looked, right? I mean, obviously, a lot of people are going to know all of a sudden.
Check other bank accounts.
Yeah,
check other bank accounts too. Sometimes people have savings accounts or other accounts that they use for some reason. Check that information as well before you claim it.
Yeah, I heard from someone that was complaining about it, and then they went and looked at their savings, and it was in there for whatever reason. So let's go to John. John, good morning. Hi, John.
Hi.
Hi, how can we help you?
I had a question for Dr. Friday, please.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Dr. Friday, I'm 73 years old. My only source of income is Social Security. I received my first two stimulus checks. I have not received my third. All of my friends have, and I was concerned.
I understand. I'm with you. But by the way, I'll let her answer that. Has anything changed your accounts or anything for you since the last stimulus to today?
No, sir.
No, so it's status quo. You're just like, why haven't I gotten it yet? What could the reasons for that be? And should he check? Because before, everything worked fine for him, Dr. Friday.
Right. And again, I want to reiterate, it's been 10 days since the bill was signed. It was signed on March 12th. It's going to take, I mean, they're getting faster and faster. Can you remember the first one? It took them 6 months to get payments out. So we need to have a little patience. I know a lot of people say all my friends have it, but there are millions of people that have not quite received it yet. So you're not alone. You can go to the irs.gov and get my payments, and it will tell you there is a possibility that there's a problem, but most people with Social Security that get direct deposit, I don't believe you'll have any banking issues. I think it's just a timing issue. It's just not happening quite fast enough. And obviously everyone that's getting it first is telling everyone, I got it.
I see a lot of folks saying the same thing that he is. And I understand, nothing's changed. He's gotten the other ones. He has friends that have gotten it, and he's wondering why. Just if you would, maybe, just off the top of your head, if you're in their shoes, at what point down the road would you say, if you still haven't received it, maybe they did mess something up and you need to, get more proactive besides just going onto the website? How long should they wait, or should someone like him wait before you say, oh boy, maybe they really did lose me somehow?
Well, I think I would first. I know we're not impressed with the website, but there is several times where it says not available, and not available means the money has been returned. Means that the banking or home address is wrong, and you have to go on the website and fix that problem. There's actually a link for people to do that if it says not available. Now, sometimes it will say that it's been sent already, and they said we haven't received it, and other times it will say that it's pending. And then, of course, the worst one is it's not available, which means we have no idea what it means. But I would go in there and just see, because many of you may be able to see that it's pending and that it's, they may be doing it by Social Security numbers. I really haven't quite figured out exactly, because I've never really studied it, how it's being released. If it's by name, I'm going to assume it's by Social Security number. So I would assume that the number of like the last 4 digits, they're doing it based on those and somehow sending it out or something. But yeah, that's an assumption.
But it's too early now anyway. You check those, like she said, to
21
panic.
days at least.
Yeah, just wait at least 2 or 3 weeks. And if you still haven't had it, and we'll have Dr. Friday on, we'll talk again and try to walk you through the things you can do. But it's early now, even though I understand completely why John's asking that question. You mentioned this a moment ago, and Thaddeus is asking this too. If you have moved and did a change of address, will they forward your stimulus payment?
My understanding is yes, but you will not be the first person on the list. My understanding, they're going to wait till all of those kind of come back, and then they're going to go back at it and fix the ones that had problems.
So it may just it may delay things. Okay.
It will delay things, yes.
Let's go next to Jeff. Jeff, good morning. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, I have one question. I owe child support for arrears only, and I was wondering if I would be receiving a check or not, because I've been to the website and it says it's not information is not currently available.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So if it says information not currently available, is there a link there that says that it may be that they don't have your proper information if you've relocated, or they don't have a bank account on you? It may have bounced back at them, but the last two stimulus.
Go on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think he's there. I was making sure he was still there. All
Okay,
right.
sorry.
Well, first of all, I mean, back child support is not an issue for getting the stimulus this time. You will get it.
Right. For both the last two.
For both of the last two. So, yeah, you should get this. And again, like I said, a lot of those warnings that come up or notifications when you go onto that website make no sense, Dr. Friday. It says when it says they don't have enough information, I mean, what the heck does that mean?
But according to their website, it says need more information. Your payment has been returned to the IRS, and they need you to update your information. And there is a link there that you need to click to get it corrected. So if it says need more information, that is the IRS subtle way of saying your check has come back to them, or it's bounced at your bank account and you need to correct it. Otherwise, they can't get it to you. So that's an important one to go further into that email if you can.
Okay.
Or website.
Good, and you're right. Yvonne says, my husband and I are approved, but my 2 children over 17 are pending, needing more information, even though I claim them as defendants over the years. No stimulus as of yet. What do you think their situation is? They've claimed them, both of them are over 17.
Well, I think what they're doing is a lot of people, because if they were over 17, they could have claimed their own selves, and the IRS is wondering on 2020, which way is it going to go? I mean, has the children filed their 2020 tax return and they're going to get it themselves? They don't want to give it to the parents and then the kids, because obviously kids grow up, right? They change. Like your little boy. I mean, you're not little anymore. Yeah. But they become independent. At one point, they were on your tax return, and so 18, 19, and 20 have been crazy years for parents putting kids on, taking them off because they've grown up. So I find that a couple of mine that are in their 18, 19, and 20s, the IRS is holding, and I think they're just waiting to see if the kids are going to be dependents on yours. If they filed their own tax return and they claim them as dependents on 2020, I think they'll release the $1,400 for each child. But if they haven't filed their 2020 tax return yet, I think they're holding those children because they don't know which way it's going to go.
Gotcha. Okay, good. Let's go next to Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, go ahead. What can we do for you?
I have one simple question. I am an independent contractor, and although I have paid into taxes that were owed, I have not received any of the stimulus payments, and I'm wondering, my simple question is, Dr. Friday, Are independent contractors not eligible at all?
Oh, no, everybody's eligible. As long as you're filing taxes, everybody is eligible. Now, if you owe back taxes, if you had to use the recovery credit on your 2020, they may have kept it. They're going to change that. But all in all, no, I would say either you've relocated or you have bank account issue with the IRS, one of those two, because yes, everyone should be getting it unless your income is over $75,000 as a single person or over 150 as a married, because then we don't get it.
By the way, with some folks, they're not qualifying for the full amount, but they get it prorated back accordingly. Is that from 75 down to a degree, or is it if you're making a little over? How is it where some individuals are getting, not the full $1,400, but maybe getting $1,000, and that's because based on their income, they've dialed them back.
Right. I think on this new bill, it's only $10,000. So 75 would be 100%. Up to 85 would be 0. 150 would be 100%.
Gotcha.
160 would be 0. Or maybe it's 75 to 80, for single, and 150 to 160 to 0. So it's a very small window. On the past ones, they actually went all the way up to $75 to $90. This time, they have shortened the window of what they will pay out for income.
Gotcha. Listen, we'll take a break on that note. More calls for you. You're a very popular woman this morning, as well as comments on Facebook. We're on Facebook streaming at newschannel5.com, or give us a call. We have another half hour with Dr. Friday answering your questions right after this. Stay with us.